What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Here we are in Fresno. We're going to Bakersfield with a special transport delivery. We're taking a reservoir tank. It's not the full trailer, it's a smaller trailer. Oversized load. Let's turn on our lights. Low, low. Let's see if this job is a little bit better when it comes to them closing the roads off so we can just drive in the center lane, which I've seen a lot of people do in the past. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that, but we'll see. Not so much in the center lane, but closer to, since we don't have such a large, since it's not the last job we had was a super big trailer. This one is just a regular trailer. It's almost like a 53 footer without that extra piece on the back. It's probably a little bit longer than 53 feet, but we'll see how this goes. This is only my second job. This truck does seem a little bit more powerful than my last truck was in the last episode that we did. I just had no power in it whatsoever, and I didn't really know much about the game, or about the DLC. So, who's doing that? I don't know who's doing that. Are we good? Oh, we're good. You know what's funny is, shut up, people. What's funny is, I didn't know much about the game when I did my last episode, and I still don't know much about it because I'm doing one right after, but I know a little bit more of how to drive the vehicle as opposed to in my last episode where I kind of got stuck on things. But like at the same time, you know, they didn't shut down any of the roads or anything. I mean, it was like a single lane, and coming out of the Oakland port there, it was just impossible to get out of. It was just that way is coming out of the port, or even going into that port. Those roads are just way too small for anything over, anything over the standard size trailer. If you have like a 53 footer and you're just driving your normal truck, it's still too large. So I did find these in the job market to use my regular truck, but I decided on not driving to San Rafael. It was about 238 miles away to drive to go pick it up, and yeah, I probably would have had a lot more power and we would have had to get off the phone in here, but I decided just to use this truck, and luckily this truck had enough power. So we don't, like I said, we don't have to worry about stop signs, red lights, anything like that, as you guys noticed probably as we've been driving. So we don't have to worry about anything like that as long as the highway patrol in front of us doesn't slow down, then we don't have to slow down for anything. I think if we were to fully go into the left lane, we'd get points off because we're not supposed to go unless the vehicle behind us gets into the left lane, and then the vehicle in front of us gets in the left lane, then we can merge into the left lane. But I think this new DLC is pretty awesome. I don't know how much it costs, so I know I said in the last episode that it was a certain amount of money. I really don't know how much it costs right now, but I know that there is an SCS current discount that's 80% off anything. Like I can get the paint jobs, they're normally like $4.99. I can get them for like $1 right now. But I don't really need the paint jobs. I might get them just to complete my pack, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, honk your horn. What was that noise? I don't know what that was. A little bit of grindage. So, yeah, I have missed you guys. I appreciate any of you guys that have stuck around and are watching my current videos. Like I said in my last video, I don't normally give a warning when I'm going to take a trip somewhere. I just end up going somewhere. I probably should let you guys know, just so that you guys aren't waiting for a video to come out or anything like that. They have released on the Cyber Monday or the Black Friday, they had a couple sales going around. I was gonna get I think the only game I got was, I think I waited until I got home, but Assetto Corsa was on sale when I got home. It was on sale for like $7, and I was like, yeah, I'll buy that now that it's only $7. I wasn't gonna buy it for 24 or 25 bucks or whatever it was. But since it was on sale, I decided to pick it up. I believe they're coming out with a new, I don't know if it's Assetto Corsa or if it's Dirt 2.0. They're coming out with a new game, a new racing game. I know like Project Cars 2 has been out for a while. Dirt Rally I just never really was never really a fan of. When I was younger, I used to play a game called Rallycross on PlayStation 1. That game was really fun for the time. I do miss that game. I wish that game was out, but, you know, like, out, but with, like, on PC or something. I'm not saying, like, that version. I just wish there was a new version of it out. Kind of like how they redid Excite Bike. I think that was on like Nintendo or something. They put it on Nintendo 64. But I think most of the games I'm into these days are games that are simulation games. Games like this. I know Peter mentioned that he was playing X-Plane, I believe. That game went on sale as well for like 20 bucks. It's normally $60. Like I said, I would get into something like that. I've talked about the game before, but I don't have any of the rudder pedals or, you know, the yoke or anything like that to realistically play that game. I mean, if I wanted to joke around with a game like that, I'd probably get like another game that was similar to it, that was really cheap and I can use a controller, but that's not. If you're gonna play, like I said before, if you're gonna play like a simulation game, you're gonna want to have the controls for it. I went so long with playing a controller on this game, but once I got the G29 and then I got the manual transmission and all that stuff, man, it made such a difference. It was a lot more fun to play. It wasn't so arcadey anymore, and it's just, that's how I am with any simulation game. There's a simulation game that's out right now but it's kind of like cartoon-ish. It's called 2 Point Hospital or 2 something Hospital. It looks so awesome, but the reviews say that it gets boring really quickly. So I don't know. I might be into something like that. There's games that are out right now that are, you know, people would say that this game is very repetitive, but it's just driving to different areas. It's what's fun to me. What else is there? This War of Mine has been out for about 4 years, I want to say, maybe longer, 3 to 4 years, maybe longer. I don't even really know. But they just came out with another DLC, which I think is awesome. Um, they came out their last DLC, and that game is like a two-dimensional survival war type game where you're looting things, but it's two-dimensional, so it's kind of like, you're looking at the screen and you're watching the guy go back and forth. There's no like three-dimensional to it. It's almost like a 911 operator where you're just staring at the screen and using the mouse to move things around. It's pretty much like that, but there's a lot more of a story to it. And once you get to play the story and you try to survive with different people, because a lot of people have different things. They're good at being craftsmen. Some of them are good at making food or being chefs, stuff like that. So that works out when it comes to making food for however many people you got in the place, and it uses less water to make food as opposed to the craftsman guy making food. He's going to use a lot more water and a lot more fire to make food. So it's more of like a challenging game. I played about 266 hours of that game, and I've never gotten bored of it. I'll still go back and play it, when I'm in the gaming mode, when I'm in the gaming mood. I'll be playing this game, and when I don't want to play this game, or I'm, uploading games or encoding games or whatever, I'll go and play this war of mine just to kill time. Because it doesn't use like online. This game doesn't use online unless you're playing the multiplayer version of it. But I've never gotten into playing online on this game just because there's too many trolls out there that just want to ruin everything for everybody and run into you and ruin your job, or just they'll drive at like 95 miles an hour to get to their drop off, and it just kind of ruins it for people that truly like this game. So that's the only reason why I don't play online of this game. We're getting off up here. He's using his blinker, but I don't think I need to. I'm gonna keep the speed. Hopefully try and keep the speed so they don't drop. Let's see, hopefully we're clear. Yeah, we're good. These engines on these stock vehicles are so quiet. It's so weird how quiet they are. Don't honk at me. If you guys are into cars, I was watching an auction, which I always show at like restaurants and stuff like that. I was watching an auction of they showed the Camaro, like the 1990. It's the 4th generation Camaro. That's all I know. I don't know what year it is. It might be like 1997 to 2003, and then they got rid of it for a long time, and then came out with the newest one, or the more newer style body. Man, that one, the 4th generation one, it was really long and pointy and top honking. It was a really funny looking one, Camaro. I was like, man, I can't believe Camaro made that one. That one was super funny. I think they should have stuck with the IROC in the 80s or early 90s and just waited until like recently and released it. Because if they would have stuck with that and went to the newer version, that would have looked a lot better for keeping the style, excuse me. But I thought it was really funny when they went. A lot of people do like that one. I think it's called one of them's called like the 30th generation, or 30th year anniversary one. It was like a red red and white one. It was really funny looking. It was long. I remember people driving. I remember one of my friends had one, but it was just really funny looking Camaros. It had an awesome motor in it. I mean, the Z28 motor back then that thing was quick. It was a 6-speed convert. I think it was a T-top, or it might have been convertible. I just think it wasn't close to any other Camaro. And the only reason I bring it up is I saw it on the television while I was watching the auctions. They always show auctions on like ESPN or some kind of channel, ESPN2, something like that. They'll show the older vehicles and how some of them only go for like 10 grand and some of them go for a lot more. You know, up to 200 and something grand depending on what vehicle it is. Hopefully there's nobody in this lane. Oh, there is, but I think we're good here. Yeah, we don't have that long trailer. If we had that long trailer, we'd be done, but... Alright, so we're coming in here. Drop the gear down to... He's gonna pull in front of that guy. Yep. That's so awesome. See, I wish that the heavy cargo, the DLC they came out with last time, I wish it was similar to this. Not in the sense that you have the vehicles driving you around, but in a sense where you just pull right into something like this. Because it's so hard to move like that tractor that's to our left there into a spot. It's impossible to move one of those like anywhere around here. They should just have like a pull right in like this is. So we're here. We're in park. Here, Rev. Where's the news guy? Is he over there? I don't know. Let's drop this thing off. See what we got. Excellent. 2 of 11. Probably have to go to 11 and then you get to do it yourself. I don't know. 105 miles, which took 3 hours 52 minutes, 14.4 gallons consumed. I still think that's way off. $6,625 because we're not using our own vehicle, and 446 XP. And we would be using something like this, but I'd probably have to go and make it. What I see with most of them is most of them are sleepers. Maybe I'll go and make it a sleeper, or maybe I'll just use this one. I think because they're heavier is why. I could make it a sleeper. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.